Hello, boys and girls. Eric back here again. And for any of you who suffered through going to Catholic school growing up, this one's for you. This is the Mother Superiors, and you can see it on the uniform over to your right. I posted this on Facebook to the Super Mega Baseball group on there. It's a unfinished project. There's a couple things I'd like to do to this. Unfortunately, it's at the max 32 layers. I played around with it. Couldn't quite do the face exactly how I wanted, so I made some sacrifices, but got a pretty decent logo. Needs about 4 to 5 more layers where I can get a little bit more context to it, but overall, I'm pretty content with the way it came out. It just needs a little bit more, in my opinion, but I like it, and so let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over colors. Use black. Use a nice dark blue. If you can see how far I bring that down there to get that dark blue. Then I do a gold, and you can kind of play with this a little bit and get it more. Probably should be a little bit lighter, but we'll leave it where it's at. It's it needs to be lighter. So I do this gold over here, full saturation, and that's for the ruler. It's actually, well, an orange, really. And then white. And then you're going to need your flesh colored, which is full saturation. You can see it's way up here. Right there. My finger right there. Oh, again, that's how you get your flesh colored. All right, so that's it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I have over 160 videos of various logos, designs that I've done. I've done this because I would post these and people constantly ask me how I did it. And it's not easy to type it out. It's much easier just to sit there and show you. I do these as speed runs, so you can watch it many times you need to figure out how to do this. Again, if you're new to the channel, the way I do my speed runs here is I'll tell you the shape, the color, and then if you look in the bottom, position 1, position 2, rotation, and scale. All right, and so you should be able to duplicate these things. The only thing I ever ask is never post any of my stuff as yours. I'll have to publicly embarrass you. If you take something of mine and you modify it, just give me props for what I do. I do not get paid for this. I do this for the love of the game. I do the videos because of you guys and your request to do this. I always take requests, so if there's something that you're struggling to try to do, ask. I might have already done it. If not, I'll love the challenge of trying to come up with something for you, okay? So I no longer charge for these. I did at the very beginning of SMB3, and I don't do that anymore. All right, so let's get started. First of all, we'll do outline, and I upped it once or twice in white. You'll figure it out once you get it to where you want. This was just for the logo, so you could actually take this off on the jersey. If you put this on, say, a blue jersey, you'll need the white outline. But I put it on a white one, so you can go from there. All right, so we're going to start off with the shoes. So we're going to do ellipse 3 in black, and that's at -115, -130, 344, 19. Copy it. 101, -114, 247, and 17. And then to show the foot and the ankle, which would be a sin apparently, I can say that I'm Catholic. Bend 2 in the flesh colored, 78, -107, 36, and 15, and just so you can see what it looks like. Okay. And then on the other side, we'll do ellipse 3 in the flesh colored, -114, -129, 344, and 12. Sometimes you might see stuff that looks like it's done a little bit out of order. It's just because how I end up creating these. Sometimes I just put stuff where I think it needs to be at some point. I'll move it later, or sometimes I just build it literally from top to bottom, or this way from bottom to top. All right, so ellipse 3 for the leg, negative 27, negative 72. 331 rotation, 38 scale, and that's in the dark blue. And then we do bend 2, this time in blue. 17, negative 98, 179, and 29. And again, guys, I do apologize. Sometimes it takes me a while to get it in the mood to do the videos. I'm not doing as many logos as I've done in the past. And so it's also just trying to come up with good ideas, something that might be funny or good. I'm not trying to do logos just to do logos. And I abandon about 2/3 of the logos I start because it's either too ambitious, don't have the right layers to do things, or I just don't like the way it looks, and I'm not going to put my name on it. So, all right, so the next here is going to be 2 parentheses, and so it's a left parentheses and then space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the other parentheses. Now just remember, when you do these, you do parentheses, you can get 1 space before it'll do a period. So you would do space and then hit a letter, back it off, and space, hit a letter, back off, then just space as many times as you want. So again, left parentheses, 8 spaces, right parentheses. In font 4, and this one was done to save layers. I did this early because I knew it was going to be tight. All right, so font 4, spacing 5, bend 27. All right, and so this is what, okay. So it was a matter of really playing around with this to get it exactly the way I wanted it. This probably was the hardest layer to do, just because I knew I needed to try to save layers. All right, so we come back with ellipse 2 on the head, in blue, negative 44, 74, 64 rotation, 41 scale, ellipse 3 for the arm, and that's also in blue, 61, 64, 334, and 28. Square 4 in blue, negative 18, negative 14, 347, 26. And then it's kind of, if you look at like how a nun would be, and she's twisting her body, this white part would be look offset with her swinging. So shield 8 in white, 1, 42, 333, and 11. Then to do the ruler, it's 2 underscores. Okay, right here. Okay, 2 of those. In font 6, gave me kind of the right shape that I was looking for. All right, and then as I've told you guys many times, a really good one for hands is square 4, because it kind of gives you that look of a cartoonish hand. It's got a little bit of curve, it's got about the right shape. So square 4 in peach, and that's at 77, 137, 22, and 8. And then I copy to another one, 120, 113, 28, and 8. And then ellipse 3, this is because she's swinging, inside of her little dress would come out. And so ellipse 3 in white, 12, 88, 334, and 32. And then ellipse 1 as I'm doing your face. In flesh, negative 60, 101, 342, and 11. And then the rest of her right arm in ellipse 3 in blue, negative 10, 77, 335, and 35. And then square for the rest of her face in the flesh color, negative 67, 122, 331, and 9. You could also do rectangle if you wanted to. All right, and then for the rest of her, like your head part coming out, and this is where, like, having extra layers, where I could have done some markings that would kind of make it look like there was multiple layers in here or some depth in it, but I couldn't do it. So shield 6 in blue, 97, 58, 158 rotation, and 21 scale. And then on the headpiece, you're going to do the border of her face is right parentheses in white, font 4. That says bad boy. This is a good one. I use that one a lot. In white, negative 45, 125, 335, and 11 on the scale, sorry. All right, so half circle in white, -73, 142, 339, and 10. And then shield 6 there for the dress, the edge of the dress coming out of her other arm. And it's in white, 109, 94, 126, and 9. And then one of her hands, you're going to see some of the fingers. So I do this a lot for fingers, is 3 right parentheses, font 5. Okay. And that's at 124, 120, 19, and 5. All right, and here's where we're getting creative. We're going to do, sorry, right there, the ampersand. All right, and you're gonna do 4, then a space, 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 4, then a space. So you're going to do 20 of them in groups of 4, 1 space apart, in font 12. All right, and that goes at -24, 189, 26, and 5, and that's for the markings. Sorry, markings on the ruler. And to make it look more like a ruler, then we did the same thing, but this time we do it, sorry. So we're gonna do bigger ones, so we're gonna do one of them, this one right here. And then you're gonna do 1, 2, space, then you're gonna hit it, 1, 2, space, 1, 2, space, 2 spaces, 2 spaces, 2 spaces, 2 spaces, okay? So I did 7 of them, spaced 2 apart, in font 12 also, right? And that's at -25, 185, 26, and 7, and there you go. It makes it look like a true ruler. All right, so I've said this to you guys many, 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 many times. A fantastic way to make a nose on this game is the number 7. All right, so it's a number 7 in font 7. Right there, okay, makes a really good nose. And that's at -67, 111, 147, and a scale of 4, so that the 7's upside down. All right. And then I wanted to do a rosary in the cross, so for like her necklace. So it's periods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 periods. Font 1, bend 50, which is all the way. Okay. And I did them in that orangish color. You can do whatever you want. Typically your rosary is going to probably be a little bit more reddish, but it won't show on the blue very well. It definitely won't show in the jersey, so that's why I just chose this color. So -89, 21, 231, and scale of 2. All right, so for the eyes, I was running out of layers and I knew it. And so a common thing you see in cartoons is when they want to do, like you're closing your eyes and you're squinting hard, like if you were going to try to hit something. Or when we were all kids playing baseball, and when we first started learning how to hit, we always closed our eyes when we hit, because that's just what we did. So I just did an X, capital X, in font 7. Okay, works out perfect. Saves me some layers. -74, 119, 49, and 5. And then for the mouth, wavy line in black also. At -65, 97, 156, and 5. So it is like that. The 2 waves on top and 1 low. Okay. And then to do the cross, it was, to make it look the way I want it to look, is the letter T capitalized in font 18 in orange. And that's at -103, -20, 27, and 8. And then I just did a dash, font 18, to make it match up nicely. And that's at -95, -2, 299, and 3. And there you go, guys. It took me about 30, 40 minutes. When I had to go back and try to save some layers, that's what really took me the most. I like the logo. The only problem is I think it just needs a couple layers. It's like we'd want to have it so that I could put a couple of lines in there to make it look a little maybe more three-dimensional, because it's very, very flat. But looks good in gameplay. You can change the colors you want. If you want to go white, you know, if you want to change the white and the blue, that would also work well. And like I said, you can save a layer with the taking away the outline if you were going to put it on a blue jersey. All right. So let's go to right there. All right, so that's where it is on the jersey. So if we changed it and went with the blue, she would still show, but you would probably want to do a thicker outline just to have her stick out more. I just think it looks a little better on the white. All right, so there you go, boys and girls, the Mother Superiors. Hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a like, and always open to comments. Love comments, good, bad, or ugly. Don't take it personally. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, or if you suggest something, that's fine. We're here to learn. I'm doing this to help you guys, and I'm not going to say I'm perfect. There's other people that I watch on some of their stuff. I'm a big fan of Darth Alru, A-L-R-U, and Randall B21. Those two guys do amazing MLB logos. They did amazing MLB logos when we had 16 layers, and then when I got 32, they both made some absolutely amazing stuff that looks just like the real thing. So I don't know these guys personally. I've had like some comments from Randall before through Reddit and stuff like that, but definitely a big fan of both of those two guys for MLB stuff. But like I said, if you want to see something, put it in a comment. Or you can email me at supermegaeric and the number 1, supermegaeric1@gmail.com, and you can just email me directly and tell me what it is that you're trying to do and you're struggling with. You could send me a picture of what you're trying to do. All I'd ever ask is what colors you're looking for, and you know, if you have a picture of something and you want to send it to me and see if I can take a crack at it, I will. Or if you can just describe what you're looking for. A couple videos ago, somebody asked for a goblin, so that's where I did my goblin one. So happy to do it. You know, don't have much to add on Super Mega Baseball 4. I know we've talked about, you know, what we want from the game. I think I'm going to wait a little bit more into the fall when they start giving out a little bit of information. They really haven't given out much, so we don't really know anything other than we're looking at approximately April, maybe March if we're lucky, maybe February if we're really lucky, hint, hint, hint. But I'd rather have them take their time and give us the next great iteration of baseball. So thank you for your support. Appreciate all of you, and have a great day.